Hi, my name is Iti Prakash. I'm from Chanakya National University and presently I'm an intern at LexClick. In this video, we're going to talk about Panchayati Raj system in India. Now, Panchayati Raj was reintroduced in the parliament by the Narasimha Rao government in September 1991. The bill was passed in the year 1992, which we now know as the 73rd Amendment Act of 1992. Now, what is the significance of 73rd Amendment? Significance is that it included Part 9 to the Constitution and Schedule 11 to the Indian Constitution. Now, what is Part 9? Part 9 is titled the Panchayats. It includes Article 243 to 243O. It includes all the functioning and the composition and all how the members are to be elected, every aspect of Panchayati Raj. In short, it gives influence to Article 40 of the Indian Constitution, that is the TPSP, which promotes the idea of the state establishing Panchayati Raj, and in a way gives Panchayati Raj constitutional validity. Now we need to understand that the provisions of this act, some of them are voluntary, some of them are compulsory. Now, compulsory provisions are something that have to be enacted by every state in the Panchayati Raj system, whereas voluntary provisions are the provisions that the states can add on their own discretion. The states have full power in deciding whether or not they want those provisions in their Panchayati Raj system. Now let's understand some of the features of Panchayati Raj. First of them is Gram Sabha. Now the act makes Gram Sabha consisting of registered voters in the area as the foundation of Panchayati Raj. And the Panchayati Raj is three-tiered. First is the village, second is intermediate, and the third is district. Now we need to understand that in a state where there are less than 20 lakh people, the stage of intermediate tier in the Panchayati Raj system can be avoided. The elections of members and chairman is something which is a very elaborately explained in the Constitution of India, where it says the members of all the levels of the district are elected. The chairperson of the intermediate and the district are indirectly elected, and the chairpersons at the village level are elected as that election, the procedure of those elections and how that election has to be followed out is supposed to be the provisions are supposed to be given by the state legislature. Now we need to understand that the duration of a person sitting in the chair, as a chairperson or as a member of the Panchayati Raj, is also on the discretion of the state legislature. But if the state that Panchayati Raj can dissolve before their stipulated duration that has been given by the state legislative. But in that case, the Panchayati Raj session needs to start in the period of the next 6 months. There is another feature that is very important in that is the reservation of seats in Panchayati Raj. There is 1/3 seat for women and 1/3 seat for women in the chairperson category. Now the reservation also depends upon the population of the state, and that is something that is provided by the state legislature. Then we have the duration. There is a fixed term of 5 years for all the levels of elections, and it must be completed before and the elections for the next term should be completed before this term completes, the next term starts. And the dissolution can take before the stipulated time, and the new one has to start within the time period of 6 months. Now the functions and the powers of Panchayati Raj are given by the state legislative, which includes all the 29 matters in the 11th schedule, and that is something that has to be decided by the state legislature. Something that we need to understand from the perspective of judiciary is that judiciary does not have the power to interfere with any of the electoral provisions of the Panchayati Raj, and it is barred from any interference, and then that includes the law for delimitation. Then we need to understand that Panchayati Raj is a very basic and a grassroots system of justice, and the grassroots system that also governs people and also determines what is the law that people are supposed to be following, and that is something that have been extremely properly mitigated, and something that it's extremely interesting to learn about. So if you want, you can refer to the part 9 of the Indian Constitution and read more about the entire system of Panchayati Raj in India. Thank you.